I'm Paola and I'm the Senior Global Advocacy Advisor at the Center for Reproductive Rights. Before coming and be a UN representative, I was in Lebanon, and before that I worked in Geneva, but I wasn't really too steeped into UN systems and mechanisms. But in Lebanon I was working on a regional project on women's participation in the informal economy, and it was a good time kind of to be working on a regional project in the MENA region, because it was right after the uprisings of 2011, and the project that I was working on included Morocco, Lebanon, Jordan, and Egypt. And there I kind of consolidated my feminist and leftist politics. And within the course of that project, I was meeting with women human rights defenders, activists, feminists, and trade unionists as well, which I think is super important. I mean, those were my politically formative years, I would say. And that has carried until now and blossomed. I think what has helped keep me sane is actually, it's my feminist politics, but it's also my leftist politics. Because when most of your politics have been drilled into you by the comrades, and that you've been part of leftist political parties with like a sound discipline, you integrate very early on that there is no ethical consumption or no self-righteousness possible within the capitalist society. As a leftist, you have to make compromise because you live in a system that you inherently want to destroy. And that's pretty much what you replicate when you enter the UN. Like this is us operating within a system that we ultimately want to destroy to build something new. So how do you, on the one hand, dismantle this myth that some countries, are more respectful of human rights, or some countries are more, like there's this dichotomy, this false dichotomy between the good and the bad countries. Whereas when you look at each country's human rights records, you find violations across the board, and in the countries that are perceived as being the good ones, basically, those violations also tend to impact countries that are millions of miles away from them. So, you also have to deal, and you have to actually pose the question of colonialism and imperialism, and how capitalism and patriarchy interact with these systems as well to sustain them. But at the same time, you also have to fight against the instrumentalization of decolonial struggles and the instrumentalization of anti-imperialist politics, because at the same time, other countries have very clear agenda against women's rights and feminist politics. So we are kind of caught between wanting to dismantle colonialism and imperialism, wanting to dismantle the capitalist and neoliberal systems that have created the UN, but also kind of being true to our feminist politics without giving in into identity politics. So we have like a very easy job.